the story for you. Health alert, if you are walking around with back pain, you might want to take a look down.
That's right, your feet could be causing it. Dr. Christian Smith is a podiatrist from the Mid-South Foot and Ankle Specialist and St. Francis Hospital. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I always feel like your feet are really the window into your overall health. How do you feel about that?
The feet are definitely a foundation of your health and your body. Basically, your feet need to line up with your ankle, need to line up with your knee, need to line up with the lower back to really set your gait, how you walk. And if they're out of position in any way, you can get pain in those joints.
So, doctor, what are some of the warning signs involving the feet? Can it be flat feet, problems maybe with your arch?
Definitely. I guess the best way to say it is there are varying degrees of flat feet. Children are born with a little bit of a flat foot. It sort of steadies them with that wide-based gait that you see in infants. As they get a little older, a lot of times they will grow out of it. Some people don't, though. So as you get into adolescence, if the flat feet remain, it sometimes can hinder them athletically, sports, or even just running around playing in the neighborhood. So if you have a child that maybe doesn't want to go outside and play, is a little more sedentary, or their feet hurt, a lot of times we growing pains, but it may not be growing pains.
Right.
So they can come in, be evaluated, x-rays. Sometimes there are joints in the feet that don't separate or grow the way they're supposed to, and that can develop into a painful condition.
And then what about adults, though?
Adults, again, several different reasons that they can develop a flat foot. Sometimes they can have it and it was never treated as a child. A lot of times as you get older, arthritis sets in, and the way that the body compensates or adjusts for that is that it will pronate or flatten, and that's the position of spasm, or to control and try to prevent pain because it stops the motion. There's also a tendon that runs down the inside of the ankle. A lot of times as you get into your 40s, 50s, that tendon will give out. Much like a rope that frays, it will come apart, and that can lead the foot to flatten and cause arthritis and pain. And when all that develops, again, it affects the ankle, the knee, the back, all the way up.
And how can you, what's the best way your arch when it comes to like footwear, or what can you do like non-surgical first?
Yeah, the hard part is being in Memphis. Now, it's cold today, but, the other 11 months of the year, we can wear sandals and flip-flops. So that becomes a little bit harder sometimes. Definitely a good supportive shoe. Sneakers, running shoes, casual shoes that have a little bit more arch. But then you can go one step further. Can you get orthotics or inserts that fit in the shoe that help to support the arch? You can get off the shelf, and then sometimes prescription. I kind of equate it to bifocals if you don't need a prescription glass, or if the bifocal doesn't do the job, you go to a doctor and get prescription glasses. Same way with the foot. We can make a mold of your foot, holding your arch in the position that we would like it in the corrected position, and then have a device made that fits in your shoe. Then, if that doesn't do the trick, there are other things that can be done, sometimes non-invasive and surgical.
Doctor, where does diet play into this?
I see folks that are thin that have arch pain and back pain, and I see folks that are larger that have arch pain and back pain. So I think a lot of it is biomechanics. Yes, weight plays a part, but I think a lot of it too is biomechanics and the way the joints in the foot function.
So there are some things we can do as the individual.
Definitely.
Very interesting. Doctor, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate